place is insane. What is that? It's an emergency alarm. Can you feel that?
The deep ocean has always held an eerie fascination for movie lovers, and 47 meters down dives right into that primal fear of what lurks beneath, set against the vast, dark, and silent underwater world. This movie captures the kind of tension that makes you hold your breath from start to finish. It's a survival thriller that focuses on two sisters whose adventurous dive turns into a desperate fight to stay alive, trapped in a shark cage at the bottom of the ocean. What starts as a vacation thrill soon spirals into a nightmare of isolation, darkness, and the constant threat of deadly predators circling in the water. The atmosphere is dense with dread, and every sound, every flicker of movement in the dark water adds another layer of panic. The cast plays a huge role in bringing this terrifying experience to life. The story follows the sisters Lisa and Kate, portrayed by Mandy Moore and Claire Holt, who deliver performances that feel raw and believable. Their chemistry as siblings feels real, capturing both the affection and tension that often define sisterly relationships. Lisa is the cautious one, hesitant to take risks, while Kate is more spontaneous and daring, which sets up a dynamic contrast that becomes crucial when everything goes wrong. Mandy Moore, known more for her romantic and emotional roles, shows a different side here as a woman pushed to her absolute limits, while Claire Holt brings a fierce energy that perfectly complements the story's fast descent into chaos. The plot takes its time to build, giving the audience a false sense of calm before plunging straight into terror. The sisters are on vacation in Mexico, looking for a bit of excitement to spice up their trip, when they meet locals who offer them the chance to see sharks up close in a protective cage. It seems like the perfect adventure. Against Lisa's better judgment, they go for it, eager for that once-in-a-lifetime thrill. But when the cable holding their cage snaps, everything changes. The cage plummets 47 meters down to the ocean floor, far beyond safe diving limits, and they find themselves trapped in total darkness with limited air and no easy way to communicate with the surface. The true horror begins not just with the sharks that begin circling them, but with the realization that time, air, and hope are quickly running out. What makes 47 meters down stand out is the way it combines psychological and physical fear. It's not just the danger of the sharks that keeps the tension high, it's the claustrophobia, the feeling of being completely alone, and the growing panic as oxygen levels drop. The visuals play a huge role in heightening this atmosphere. The murky water and the flicker of the divers' flashlights create an almost dreamlike, nightmarish quality. Every shadow could hide a predator, and every move could attract attention from something deadly. The camera work immerses the audience in the experience, making viewers feel like they're trapped down there with the characters, hearing every labored breath, every desperate plea for help, and every moment of silence before something terrifying appears out of the darkness. The sharks are, of course, the physical manifestation of the fear that drives the story. Massive, relentless, and unpredictable, they are always near but rarely seen fully until the tension peaks. Instead of overusing jump scares, the movie builds suspense through anticipation, knowing they're out there but not knowing when or where they'll strike. This slow burn tension keeps the audience constantly on edge, which is what makes the film so effective as a thriller. The sound design also amplifies this sense of dread. The muted underwater noises, the creak of metal, and the hiss of air tanks create an almost rhythmic tension that mirrors the characters' racing heartbeats. As the story unfolds, the sisters' relationship becomes the emotional core of the film. Their fear, hope, and desperation tie everything together. Lisa's transformation from hesitant tourist to determined survivor gives the film its emotional weight. Every decision, every attempt to escape, every failure feels personal and grounded in her struggle to survive not just for herself but for her sister. Their bond is tested in every possible way, and by the time the final act arrives, the audience is fully invested in their fate. The movie's ending delivers a twist that shocks and lingers long after the credits roll. It plays with perception and reality in a way that makes you question everything you've seen. This choice gives the story an unsettling finish, blurring the line between hope and hallucination. It's a reminder of how fragile the human mind can become under extreme stress and how survival isn't always what it seems. That ambiguity is one of the most talked about aspects of the film, making it memorable not just for its tension but for its psychological impact. Production-wise, 47 Meters Down was an ambitious project. Filming underwater brought immense challenges, from logistics to performance authenticity. Most of the film takes place beneath the surface, which required extensive underwater sequences and special breathing equipment for the actors. The result is a level of realism that's hard to replicate with CGI alone. You can see the strain in the actors' faces, the slow panic in their movements, and the genuine exhaustion as they fight to keep calm under impossible circumstances. The practical approach to underwater filming gives the movie a raw, immersive texture that pulls the audience deeper into the experience. The film's success led to strong interest from thriller and horror fans who wanted more of that adrenaline-fueled, claustrophobic terror. This response eventually inspired a sequel, 47 Meters Down, Uncaged, which expanded on the underwater survival theme while introducing new characters and settings. While the sequel takes a slightly different direction, the core concept of isolation and fear beneath the surface remains. Both films contribute to the growing genre of underwater horror, a space that combines natural elements with primal human fears. The trailer for 47 Meters Down played a significant role in generating buzz before its release. It captured the essence of the film's horror dark waters, heavy breathing and sudden glimpses of sharks to instantly hook audiences. The promotional material focused heavily on the experience of being trapped and the psychological toll that fear takes, rather than just on the creatures themselves. This approach made it stand out from typical shark attack movies, presenting something more grounded and suspense-driven. When it finally hit theaters, the movie drew attention for its simplicity and intensity. Without relying on over-the-top action or complex subplots, it delivered a focused story built on primal fear and emotional depth. Critics and audiences alike noted how the confined setting worked to the film's advantage, forcing viewers to experience every moment of panic up close. Its success at the box office surprised many, proving that even with a contained premise and minimal characters, a story can captivate when done with precision and emotional truth. Over time, 47 Meters Down earned a place among modern survival horror films for its ability to turn something as ordinary as a vacation dive into a nightmare scenario. It reminds audiences that sometimes the scariest places aren't haunted houses or dark forests, they're the vast, silent spaces beneath the ocean where no one can hear you scream. The combination of psychological suspense, realistic visuals, and strong performances made it a defining entry in the genre. Even years after its release, fans still discuss the film's twist ending, debating what was real and what was imagined in those final moments. In the broader sense, the movie taps into humanity's fear of the unknown. The ocean is one of the last unexplored frontiers on Earth, full of beauty and danger in equal measure. 47 Meters Down uses that mystery to create tension that feels primal and universal. It's not just a story about sharks, it's about survival, courage, and the thin line between hope and despair when everything familiar is stripped away. The haunting imagery of two divers trapped in the abyss stays with viewers long after the film ends, a visual metaphor for how fragile control really is when faced with nature's vast power. Overall, 47 Meters Down is a testament to how effective simplicity can be in storytelling. With limited dialogue, a tight setting, and an unrelenting sense of dread, it crafts an experience that keeps audiences gripping their seats until the very last frame. It's a film that thrives on tension rather than spectacle, emotion rather than excess. Its impact continues to ripple through underwater thrillers that followed, setting a standard for how to make fear feel both intimate and immense. Intimate and immense.